to 500 going into next year of March 2022. And we are aware in our group that when SPY hits 455, that means that it's back on its upward trend line. So what I mean by that is if you guys pull your charts, okay, go get my options here.
You guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I guess he can't hear us though.
You guys see my chart?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I'll just change this.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, now we can.
We can see it now.
Okay, perfect. So let me get rid of some of the lines so you guys. Okay. I'm also gonna get rid of the fib because we needed a new one anyway, so that was better. These are the previous line that we've had in the past couple of weeks, and when I gave a tutorial, the spy was here. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna get rid of this so you guys won't get confused, and then this. Okay, so the whole time, the spy, this is the background. So the whole time, I'm using the daily. We identify this trend line all the way from March, right? Because that was the big crazy COVID thing that happened. So from here, we identify an upward a resistance trend line, and here at the bottom was the support trend line. So we just drew a line here, and then here at the bottom. So when we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, when everything was red in the market, around September, the SPY had a breakdown. So it broke this green line right here. And then it had a breakdown, right? And then it was very critical because it was the 100 MA, 200 MA, and so forth. Now, last week, this was around October when we talked about the SPY is trying to get back on this channel. So this channel is the bull run channel, the bull trend channel, and we did have this line in top. So what happened is that the SPY, as you guys can see, is back in the channel, and it is going to hit our trend line that we drew. See here, because this line was here forever, right? So I didn't just draw it as it's been there. So here we can anticipate that this right here, 471, 472, is the resistance for SPY. So it is at 469. As you could see, what happened last session, the candle that appeared is somewhat undecisive, right? It's not a complete doji candle. So a complete doji candle happens here, which makes sense because traders doesn't know if this is a resistance or it's going to break out. So the next day it did break out, right? So this is like the traders, the buyers and the sellers are undecided. So that's kind of what's going on here. And that is also why the SPY was sideways last Friday. It didn't have that breakout on Tuesday. If you guys are paying attention, like the Tuesday, the Wednesday, the Thursday was really, really strong. Last Friday, the Qs and the SPY were sideways. So what's going to happen, or what I think will happen, is it will still go up here to the 470, 475, I would say 470, 475. And then it could probably cool off, maybe go sideways, and then eventually come hit this 462, right? So that's healthy, and that's fine, because the reason being is that it stays on top, and then it goes sideways, sideways, and then one day it goes boom, and then goes right back up again, right? Except for this one. This is October, so is it September? I think September was like always a bad month for the market. So likewise here, you stay above here. So we might have see some sideways action before the SPY drops. So I would say on the 18th, we'll see some. The SPY would probably go back here and test a 460, but it probably goes sideways for a week. So pay attention to that. So that's what I'm gonna say that. So pay attention to the dark pool. So the dark pool made sense for 58, 460, right? So this is when they wanted to break out this level that we are now back in the bull trend. So trend is our friend. We're going up. So that is what we want to see. It will be very hard to short a lot of things because the momentum is going uptrend. Okay. But also at the same time, we are almost at the resistance, and this is when people and traders are being careful for buying. So we might see some sideways action. Okay. So I'm just going to say, Bull, are you ready? Back to the,
Yeah, I'm here.
okay, upward trend. So with that being said, we did have a lot of successful spy calls, right? That by following the flow that Bull and Knock played, and I also followed them. So
Yep.
for those of you who played that spy, congratulations. So we're back to upward trend line. Um, I want to say what for 475 is resistance. Resistance, my um, sideways action. Okay. Okay. Great. So just let me know, Bull, if you have any, if you wanted to jump in, and I'm just going over our, the Fang and the cues.
Okay. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, it's got a different system set up, so I'm trying to figure it out. So I don't know why this mic wasn't working right, but I'll get that together. As far as SPY, you guys know I've been bullish on SPY for about a month now. I'm going off of market trend. So as Asabine just said, it may, when it does go, on the bullish cycle going upwards, it has to pull back in order for it to go up even higher in general. Just some information for you to have. I'm still bullish on it, going up to 470 and above. I'm still holding the 470 calls, 460 calls, 490s, and I have some 500s out there. And I don't mind buying those because they're lottos. So whenever you guys see me post lottos normally super cheap. I think I bought the 490 calls for like $12 a call, and they're now like $1.30. So those are the lotto calls when people don't think that, this thing will move, or it has. And it's a cheap risk at the same time. $12 call is now $100. Um, as far as on the dark pool side, we had SPY dark pools coming in at 468.53. That is above the ask right now. We had a total of about, let me see, 900 million at 468.53 and another 300 million at 468.49. So just notate that going into Monday and Tuesday, we should see a small pop in SPY, but things can change at the drop of a dime, as we all know. So that's what I got on SPY in general. I'm staying bullish on it until it reaches that resistance level. When it hits resistance, you always look for a pullback. We have a volatility watch this week, and they tend to look at Reddit in general. Coming from last week, we got Saba, BKKT, Skills again, and BBBY were one of or a few of the tickers that they spoke about the most. Catalysts for the upcoming weeks. So Monday, we have an AMD event at 11 a.m. Glad you with me on that one.
Yeah, I'm typing.
Okay.
Let me change my screen so you guys change windows. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yep. You watch list.
Okay.
Okay. So Monday we have the AMD event going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's an all-day event. That is at 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
They're hosting an accelerated data center premier event to showcase the company's upcoming innovations with AMD processors and accelerators.
Okay. So,
Tuesday.
mm.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Letty.
No, no, I'm just talking to myself as I type.
Tuesday we have an Nvidia event. Nvidia holds its GPU technology conference. The company's vision for the Omniverse and the AI applications are expected to be major topics, along with an even sharper focus on an auto tech. This is prior to earnings, so I think they're getting ready to try to push this thing up, which is why we were seeing the heavy call volume, the flow and the volume into Nvidia
Mm-hmm.
on Friday. So I am holding those calls still. I literally took the 300s and I took a lotto on the 370.
320. Yeah.
You got 320s too?
Yeah. We also have a flow for three. We have a flow for 300, 310, 320.
They're everywhere, smacking it. So Nvidia,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm holding that through earnings though, guys.
Earnings is next week's, guys. ER for this is where did I write that down?
Look at SPAC,
18 or something like that.
yeah.
Okay.
So SPAC just posted in the group. He bought those SPY lottos, the 490s, and made it 200%.
Woohoo!
So that's what I was saying earlier. You know, I still got those 490s. I think I was up 540 something percent. Those things were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Back on subject. So the Nvidia event is on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday is another important day. We have Wednesday IPO, Rivian Automotive.
Yes. 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 Yes.
All right, they're
Thank
seen
you.
to be valuated at 60 billion.
What's the Rivian RV?
RIVN.
This is really big. RIVN, and this is gonna affect Amazon because Amazon has 20% stake, right?
Yes,
And then what was the price?
60 billion eval.
60. Yeah, evaluation, and then the floor price for this. Did you remember? I think it was like $60.
Well, they're looking at to start off with between $52 and $60 a share when listed.
Right, 52 to 60 a share when listed, and then Amazon and Ford
You
are
guys,
investors. Okay.
yes. Same day, we also have HYLN. They have an event that they're holding. It begins a 2-day nationwide Hypertruck ERX marketing roadshow. Another EV vehicle from HYLN, commercial transportation.
Are they affected by the Biden bill?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure on that. I'm sure
Okay.
they're going to get a piece of it though.
Okay. Because we want to talk about that too. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. On Thursday, I know SPAC, one of his favorite plays is the APPS.
Yes.
So Thursday
Uh-huh.
at 12 p.m. we have Digital Turbine. They host a virtual analyst day to cover the company's vision, market opportunities, growth strategies, product innovation, and financial objectives.
Okay. Investors relation.
Yes.
Investors relation and innovation. Actually, APPS went down 10%, right, SPAC? Is that correct? Like it did go up and then it had a pull back a little bit. So I need to check the chart. Okay.
And
Go
then the
ahead.
last one I have for you is Friday. Disney has an event.
Mm-hmm.
They're hosting the first Disney Plus Day to preview new content releases across the Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Net Geo, Star Brands, NFT, or Disney is also making some NFT drops as a part of the showcasing event.
Okay,
Bank,
also earnings. Yes, go ahead.
Bank of America thinks the event could be one of the biggest catalysts of quarter 4 this year.
When this is Friday for Disney, and then I know they have ER
Spock said
So if they're
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, ER Thursday and the Catalyst will be Friday. So definitely be looking out on that pop on Disney.
Okay. What is Thursday?
Thursday is November 11th.
Okay, perfect. Um,
That is our catalyst for the week.
these are pretty healthy catalysts. Did I post Disney or did Spock post Disney?
I'm not
I
sure.
know.
I've seen a couple of you guys talking about it, but
Yes.
it definitely came through.
Yes. I thought I did 170 because me and Jenny were in it. So I'm not sure, but it hit 177. But anyways, those are good, and apps is also good. Apps went down, so I'm thinking that's a good bounce play. That's Spock just posted that in our main chat. Okay. So another thing that I want to talk about is the Biden bill, the infrastructure bill. Do we have? Let me just. I just have a couple of list. I have not completed it yet, but these are the ones that I am watching, that I will be watching. So okay, let's see. Where am I gonna put this? Volatility lists. We have catalyst, volatility, energy gainer. Do you still want me to keep the energy gainer here? Infrastructure. So the infrastructure bill has been approved, I believe Friday night. And I have the following. So these are the top ones that's making news on this bill. So a lot of so CAT, DE, OSK, FCell, plug, knee, Autodesk, and new. So we do have some stuff here. So these are the watch list. Watch list. And I actually, if you guys are going to use our Transpider, I put them all in our list here. So I have them all in the infrastructure list. I'll be watching them, and as you guys are aware, that plug, we have some flow and plug, and then FCell has been quite active, right? So I alerted you guys when FCell was below 750, and it hit like nine something. So I probably a good play for that. You can guys do it monthly play because they're quite cheap, and you guys can also look into the 2022s if you know for long term. They're gonna get a piece of that money, so make sure that you guys pay attention to this. So the cat is that's the tractor and all of that. I don't know. It's one of those construction again, but let me. This is I don't know what happened to my link, but hold on. Transpider, Transpider. Okay. Um, yeah. So basically, just pay attention to it and look into just read up about it because you guys might want to play this long term. It might not go up right away, but some of them might show some action. So some of them are a good price. So FCell is good, Plug is good, um, NEE is good. So they have been moving, I guess, in anticipation for this bill. So try to see if you guys can get in a good entry. So they might have some momentum on Monday. So if you guys are gonna play this, make sure that you guys have a good entry or get in when there's some sell off, right? So when the traders take their money and then see if you guys can find a good position. I haven't looked at any contracts yet. I haven't. I'm just looking at. I just looked at FSL because I've been playing FSL for 3 weeks now. So that's the only one that I that I know. So adding that to our list. And then I have, okay. And then on my watch list, let me just put this. I do have a lot of watch lists for this week, but okay, so I will just go over a couple of things. So QQQ, we don't really play Qs. It just kind of like a good indicator along with the SPY. Amazon. Amazon did fantastic in the last week. I don't know. I played it and we had a really good entry, 3,300 at the beginning of the week, but then went down. But then some people, I think by Wednesday, it like ran crazy. So I didn't put two and two together, and I didn't understand why after the ER it was just super bullish, because it usually drops and then it might take, like the last drop, it took a month for it to start picking up, and then it had to hit its okay, I'm gonna show you my, sorry, I'm talking crazy. Let me show you my chart. Okay, so it had to hit the support here, here, and here for it to do a bull run, right? However, what happened the last time was a bit of a shock for me, because it did drop after earnings. And then the following day, it like literally started printing green candles and wanted to close this gap. Um, Huge volume. So the only thing that I can think of right now, other than, because I'm not bullish on Amazon, they had really bad earnings, and there's a supply chain issue. But now realizing that Rivian is going IPO next week, I think that's one of the main catalysts. That's why Amazon is super bullish. And that's why I didn't see, like, this is a daily. They're just, the minute it hit 3,300, it's just printing green candles. So um, I would say it has momentum. And I'm looking at the volume. There's people going in, and it's absolutely bullish. It did hit 35. It did, the 3550 is the resistance. So this is kind of like my issue, because I thought it was a breakout, but as you could see, a lot of people started to sell off. So we are already at the main end of a run for Amazon. So what would make sense for Amazon is if it goes above 3560. If this can break 3560 and stay above 3560, the next resistance is the all-time high of 3780. Okay, so watch for that. If you guys are gonna play that, um, 3560. But again, this is a risky one. But if start moving there, it will just shoot up. Okay, so watch for that. And hold on. That I'm on the phone. I'm on the meeting. We can hear your. Sorry, guys. Talking about the dogs. Yes. Okay. Pay attention to the Amazon. If you guys are gonna play this, I think the Rivian IPO is something that I think it will push it, because that's the only explanation that I can see why this is behaving so bullish in the past 1 week. Amazon don't do this in 1 week. It takes it like 2-3 weeks. The last bull run was 3 weeks. So this is 1 week. It's crazy. So okay. And then the next one that we want to talk about, want to cover, is Google. Google did amazing. I don't know if you guys played this. I only played it once, but it is in our watch list. So whatever we talk about Sunday, pull it back up and then review it. Okay. So last time we said there's a volume at, give me 1 second. Guys, okay, I might have to go to my office. Everyone's awake. Okay, so Google. Okay, guys, I'm gonna move to a different room. Bull, can you take over while I move?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey, have you guys? Has anybody ever heard of RKLB? If you haven't, have a look at that ticker. I was just reading up on it just now. RKLB. Yeah, super cheap still. I just know it's very bullish by a lot of analysts. Another space SPAC, and it's just kind of picking up steam under radar. So I don't know a lot of information on it. I just caught it literally 2 minutes ago while I was scanning the market and seeing what was out there to do with the space and different satellites and stuff like that. But this may be something for us to look at. Rocket Lab is a vertically integrated provider of small launch services, spacecraft, spacecraft services, and components. Neutron will be capable of human spaceflight as well, thus offering the market an alternative to the SpaceX Falcon 9. That's pretty major. And both of them, SpaceX isn't here yet. So this is one of the other players that's trying to get into that space in general. So at least put it on your watch list. I'm gonna just buy literally one share. And that's normally how I keep it in front of me, just so I can keep on researching it and seeing what they're doing. Just buy one share of the stuff and just keep on researching it. But I think it may be something interesting for you guys to check out for a long-term buy as well. So if anybody has any updated info on that in the future, drop it in the chat or hit me up. I'd like to know more as well if you see something that I don't within that company.
Okay, I'm back. Thank you. Um, all right. So Google, as I was saying, it was really strong too. So all the fangs, because of the spies went back bullish, right? So all of these plays did well. All right. Um, if you guys look at our document from last week, we did say that there's a huge volume for Google for that 600K on 11.5 for 3,000. And guess what? Google did hit um 3,000 by 11.5. Oh, 600K and 1.3 million. So let's look at that. And do you have anything for Google? So yeah, so it hit 3,000. It went to 3011. So that's a beautiful one. And it was actually literally Monday we had this crazy candle. So that was a really good play. And it basically have the same, they all basically have the same. Google has basically the same chart as the SPY. It had that dip and goes back up. Is there any catalyst for Google? I know that they signed contract with the U.S. Defense last week or something like that. But okay, so I am going to erase that and just going to say for Google, how far could it go? Go see if I can find something here. No way. Okay, 3,100. Um, I would say for Google, I would say that it is almost following the SPY, and I would just pay attention to this one. I don't see any play for this one. It is bullish. It's just that I just want to be careful just because the SPY might just. There you go. That's a better chart. Okay. But if this continues, we can see Google going into, oh my God, 3,200. That's crazy. Okay. That's too high. So let's just pay attention to this. This is at the very top of the Bollinger Band. It is the same as the SPY. So this might come down a little bit. And if it comes down, I want to see it at 28, 28.50. But yeah, so some I'll just follow the flow for this one. Follow the flow. If any, it goes with the spy. Okay, Microsoft. Microsoft was great. Is also a great play. I know not played this. Um, so we've been following this in the past month. Microsoft that we did talk about the breakout, and it did have a breakout, and now it's printing new all-time highs. And on Microsoft, we did say that there's a dark pool at 533 million. So it did hit the 33.1, and that was actually at the top of our fib when I did that. So it is still going upwards. It's still quite strong. Um, is Microsoft doing? I think Microsoft is also doing a metaverse thing. So their dividends is coming out on November 17, and usually that is bullish. So dividends, Microsoft dividends is November 17. So if you guys see the SPY bullish, Amazon would be a good play. It is at the all-time high though, so it's been running for the whole week. So if it comes down, it might come down to the support at 330. Support at 325 if you guys want to get in for a bounce play. Facebook or Meta had a really big news right last week when it rebranded and the whole metaverse, all that stuff. So it took them about a week to come back, but once Facebook can defend 343 needs to be okay. So it did break 330 and three. Okay, why am I not paying attention to our watch list? This is a really good watch list. So once it hit 3300 and 33, that is a hard level. And look what it did. It went back up. It's trying to go back to its channel. I like this channel better. So I want Facebook to be above 345. I'm going to leave that here. So 345 above for calls. It is already 345, right? Okay. There's a little bit of a sell-off last Friday. So traders are looking at the 342, 345 level as a hard level. So if Facebook can break this, then it can potentially go to the 387. But if not, we have a support at 325. Okay. Support at 325. Okay. All right. Apple. Okay, I don't trade Apple, but their dividends was last Friday. I just okay. I think Apple 150 above is bullish, so you guys can play Apple if it's above 150. I think it's 151 now, so 155C would be a trade idea. All right. Netflix. I have Netflix 675 support and 700 resistance. So let's see what happened there. Okay, Netflix. Oops, what is that? I didn't want that. Dang it. Go away. All right, whatever. So 375 we said was a support. And then look what happened when it broke. It didn't say about 375. So it went down here. So we did have a channel here. So it is at the middle of the Bollinger. It broke it. So what tends to happen here is that it will want to come down at the bottom of the Bollinger. Wow. Okay, so the new support now for, wow, it is at the support 345. Oh. Okay, 345. It is currently at 345. This is really interesting. This was the support
Hold on, you
previously.
talking Netflix right now?
Yeah,
Netflix is
645.
at 647.82 after hours.
Yeah, it hit 645. That was my next support. That was the previous resistance. The low was 645 last Friday.
What time? How much was it at? Can you see in your chart? What was the price on Netflix at 3 o'clock?
I'll have to do that in a second. 15 minutes.
I have 648
15.
11.
You
It
got
was
it? Okay.
6:40.11 at 3 o'clock,
Yeah.
and then we had a dark pool come in at 3:03 p.m. for 56 million at 6:45.72. So look what it spiked up to right after that dark pool hit. It went up to that 647.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
645 is a really important support. This was the support last week before it hit that all-time high. I was going to buy at 645, but it just left me after 675. So dark pool. How much was the dark pool at 645?
So at 3 o'clock, at 3:03, it came
Uh-huh.
in at 6:45.72, and then that's where it got an extra
Yeah,
pop there
extra
after
pop.
hours. Yeah.
Okay, so what are we doing with Netflix? Okay, I'm looking at the 2 hour here. It is at the bottom of the Bollinger. So 645, I drew this line and it's looking like this is where they picked it up. Okay, so this could be a potential bounce play. 645 potential. Dark pool, plus, plus the bump up. Okay. Okay. Potential trade idea. Trade idea 645C. Target is 675. Okay. 675. If it goes below 645, puts, and the next target is, let me go look at the day. Wow, 617. Okay. Or 620. Okay, guys. So I wrote it there. All right, next is Tesla. Tesla was quiet this week. Well, I guess like Monday was amazing, but then Tuesday, Thursday, and so forth.
Spock has
Okay.
Netflix support and what it breaks.
What's that?
Oh, I said Spock wrote down 620 area in play if support breaks. Then he has 615,
Yeah,
625.
perfect. That's what I see. Bottom of the Bollinger. Netflix 6 area and play support breaks. Yes, I agree. So let's watch this. If it doesn't bounce on 645, then it will hit 620. With this in too many better places. Okay. All right. So I know Jay, one of our Jay White, I think. But yeah. Okay. Tesla. Um there's not a lot of dark pool or flow in Tesla, right? In this week. So I don't like the daily candle on the past two, and then the net volume has decreased. I would I think Tesla's gonna go sideways. So trade idea. So um, I want to say more sideways, more sideways, and then it is bullish above. What was the price of Tesla at close? 12. It still is pretty good, like 1200.
Yeah, Tesla started selling off after hours slightly.
Yeah, what did it close at? Close at 1222. So
Yeah, and it went down to 12.16 after hours.
yeah, some more sideways action. Okay. Nvidia was amazing. We did say 255 was support last week, and we had a target of 280, but it just blew past that target, right? So it went above the 300 area. So Catalyst this week, um, price target raised to 3, price evaluation, price target to 3. What was it? Target 320 or something like that, Bull, or 330? 325 by the analyst. Past this week event. Okay. Nvidia. Okay, I would actually Nvidia has a really good run. I'm seeing 265 as a support, which is way far. So we'll see how this reacts. It might go hit that 320 mark because it was trying it. It was at 314. So 320, 330. So we'll see about that as long as it stays above, I think, 300. So it went below 300 last Friday. So we might see some, it might just stay there for a little bit and then shoots up. So it's gonna be one of those things that if you didn't get in early, you might just want to do it as a day trade because it went up so much, like so much in the past 2 weeks, right? 230 was its breakout and then 258. So there's another breakout point. So this might, if it start to calm down, it's gonna go back to 265, back into this channel, which might happen or not happen. That happened on the split. The week before the split, it's puts because it exhausted its run, right? So this one was the run for this one, October 4th. So it's been a month. Okay, so I would pay attention to Nvidia. It went up so much, it might go to 230, 235 level, but just pay attention to it. And if you guys gonna play this, do a rollout. Do a contract at say 300, and then if it keeps on moving up, then sell that, go to 310, 320, just to manage your risk. Okay. AMD calls the price about 120. That's what I have. It doesn't hold 120. It can go to 115. Analyst says it was 20% overvalue. We have a dark pool at 120. We don't know the direction. So last week we didn't know the direction of this dark pool that came in at 200 million. So now that we know AMD, there was actually a buy. So oh, there's an event for AMD as well, right? As Will was saying.
So AMD, what did it close at 3 o'clock or at market close?
Um 136.
Okay.
34. It went up to 141. Wow.
That's pretty crazy because at
Whoa.
4 o'clock, AMD's dark pool came in. So an hour after close, my time, it came in at 136.34, 19 million.
Dark pool 19 million.
Yes, and then they had another dark pool come in on AMD for 25 million at about noon for 139.
425.
No,
Okay, sorry. What is
25.
it?
It was 25 million
Okay,
at 139.
at 139. This is during still the market hours.
Yep, that was during market hours. So right at market close, we had one come in at the 136.34.
136.34.
Yes.
36.34.
And that's basically right there where it just about closed at. So they are pushing AMD.
Okay, so we're bullish on this. Event on Monday bullish. Any more dark pool for Nvidia?
Hold on 1 second.
Yes. The bar one.
Nvidia, what did Nvidia close at?
Agree.
Three. Nvidia closed at like 290. What?
290. One
It got down
second.
to like what, 296 is what it closed
Yes.
at.
Yes.
And then right after close, it was a dark pool that came in at 44 million at 2297.52. And that's what actually popped it up to that 299 level.
Say that again. How much? Dark pool.
So if it closed at that 296, the dark pool came in 3 minutes after close at 297.52. So after hours, it went up to 299.13 after the dark pool.
And how much was it? How much? How many million?
44 million.
Oh, getting all this money. All right. Cool. So that's bullish.
Looks to be, and then we have this event this week, so hopefully they won't do a rug pull on us. But
Yeah.
you guys, we had called and we put the alert out on the Nvidia on Thursday, is I think when I alerted it for the 300 calls. So we're way up on the 300 calls. So right now would be, if I was looking to buy, it'd be hard for me to buy at this level just because of how it pulled back in general for me.
Yeah.
So we got in the day before, made good money on the 300 calls. We added a few other calls, but we're already up on the 300. So just be careful if you're trying to play Nvidia.
Yeah. It's parabolic. It's oh God. It's crazy. It's scary. See that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. What do you call it? Spock wants to know if there's any dark pool on what ticker is this? Sorry. Oh, he just crossed it out. Never mind.
Which
Okay.
one was it?
Oh
TSM.
no, MCHP.
MCHP. Microchip Tech. Oh, no. No dark pools in on MCHP.
Okay. I know we are almost done. It is 10 o'clock.
But
I
hold on one
Go ahead.
second. See, so a SPAC. It's crazy you said something about that because this morning in bed, that's what I was researching MCHP on what they're doing. Semi chip conductors, right? Semiconductors.
Semi. Yeah,
So
I'm looking into semi too.
I added that to our long list, Gladdy,
Yeah,
that we chat back and
we
forth
do
about.
great. Yeah.
So I would look at, if I'm gonna go long on that in
Yes.
general, I got the January 2023 calls on that company.
Okay.
So that would be a leap for me.
I do like Texas Instrument too. I was looking into that too. I have 23. Texas Instrument. Yes, I am looking into TXN too as my semi play. So this let me okay. This is gonna be long term, guys. So AMD, Nvidia, Texas Instrument, the one that's Spock, MCHP. These are all semi play, and they are gonna play a big role with this shortage. with the chip shortage. Infrastructure. Okay, guys, we have a lot of lists. Crude oil.
So that Texas Instrument,
Uh-huh.
um, man, it's just so choppy.
It is.
It's definitely long term growth. You mentioned that back in July, and it was at 192 then, literally
Okay.
back in this
All
past
right,
July.
long term. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna write that down. I'm not looking into Baba right now because it's at 158. Firm, ER next week, and it is already going up. I think we missed an entry for that one. I know Annie is playing that, or I missed the entry for a firm. I don't know if I don't know.
So
That is a
a firm
yeah.
we have a $22 million dark pool at market close for 164.50. So it is above the
Wow.
ask.
All right, 164.50 and ER is I did say weekly calls wait for the flow. So that is it looks like the dark pool at 165.50. Okay.
164.50.
164.50.
Yes.
164.50. Yeah, so that is above the ask. So do we know the direction? Did it go up after hours?
That came in. Yes. It looks like actually it went sideways
Okay.
after hours, but that was the last dark pool in reference. So, you
That's
know,
my jump on Monday.
right. If you're going in according to dark pool and flow, it should move up on Monday.
Yeah, this might gap up. Um, as I mentioned, ER is coming up for this. So, UPSD also has an ER, and I think Oh my God, UPSD gave me such a problem last week. So it's 331. What did I say? We have a support at 310, so it didn't touch that. But um, I'm still seeing weak momentum for UPSD. I I don't know if we have any flow for this, but
UPST, we did not have any dark pool Friday at all. So the volume has dropped on the institution side as well.
okay. No dark pool.
And there's no type of flow really coming in on that on Friday. The highest flow on that was 380,000 into the 350, which isn't a lot because
Yeah.
I only post it when it's multiples of those numbers. If I
Yeah.
see 350, 380, 390, and then it ends up being a total of a million, then that's when you guys see me post. So I haven't
Yeah.
posted on it because the flow has dropped on UPST.
Okay. We also have Beyond Meat last week, and then they had to deal with McDonald's, but I don't think it pushed it at all. It didn't do anything, right? So I'm gonna take it out of our watch list. Disney, again, we have trade ID at 170C that we said last week. NER is November 9. So we already have that 170, and then it went up to 177. Um, I'm seeing 177 is our hard level. If it breaks that, we're gonna go hit 183 above your trade idea. So we have a catalyst for this, right?
Yes,
Above,
that's for the end of the week. And then most of the flow in Disney is going out into December and January. So there's not a lot of calls going into November in general. Most of the flow is going out to, let's say, you got Disney 3/18/2022. It had a million into the 230 strike. Um, Disney 185 call for 1/21/2022. It had 900,000. So there's a lot of money going into the company as in growth in December, January of next year, not the weekly calls in general. So not to say it won't move, but a lot of the institutional money is going in December, January. So I'll be careful on buying Disney for the short term.
This also might people investors might also wait for what they're going to say on the event, right? Because it's on a Friday. Okay, I have BTC play. What's Bitcoin doing? Can't believe Mara. Oh my God, when we start playing that, that's like just this a couple of weeks ago was like $40, right? In a massive move. I think Mara is way too volatile just because Bitcoin is just way too volatile. So I think this is just gonna be daily play. Quick day trades. It's just too tight. Mara is already at its high. Well, it actually went. Oh, I'm looking at Bitcoin. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot for Mara. Yeah, Mara is at its height. So I don't 65, 66 was the all-time high. So I would be careful. This might go. There's not a lot of room for Mara to go up at this point, right? Unless it had a breakout. So I'll be careful. I'll say quick day trades. We still have the riot call for December for $30. And I'm just gonna write down there's no event this time. Last week the event I wasn't paying attention to those ones that we have, but I'm just gonna list down the BTC play. I think they're in a tight range. Vaccine, Moderna ate shit. We had the FDA decision on Wednesday, and that ran Pfizer, right? So BNTX was consolidating to 40 to 52. Okay, so vaccine. Anyone play vaccine? I think people played Pfizer, but Nvax. Wow, Nvax dropped. Okay, I knew I was gonna short this thing. All right. I think the vaccine play, I think they're all gonna come down now after the announcement of whatever the vaccination for the kids. I think that was the anticipation. So all the vaccine play needs to come down now. DVAX, one of our play, they had bad earnings, so they went below. They went and touched 15, and I know a couple of our members here are watching that and picked up the $15 call. So 15.50 is a good support, and I will put down DVAX. I think DVAX is a good bounce play. There's a lot of room to grow for DVAX. Um, as long as it is above 16 bounce play, as long as it holds 16. Okay, I have um, on my other signals or other things that I'm looking at. I have Target and Roblox. Oh, and also Nike. Nike is going into the NFT play. Um, Roblox. Okay, I'm just gonna add this here. Target. I have Trade Idea, Roblox, Trade Idea. It's right there. Nike. I'll say Nike. Wait for it to pull back. My target here is 190. They're gonna go into the NFT game, so I would actually do common shares for Nike, long term because they've been really doing good, like long term. Let's not forget about Lucid. Lucid had a nice breakout last Friday. Beautiful, beautiful breakout. This again, they had their first delivery last week, right? I think 500 fleet, of course. So breakout last Friday. So let's see if we can play this one. Um, just for
Lucid,
time
we had
purposes. Go ahead.
Lucy had an after hours dark pool come in at 3:40 p.m.
Mhm.
4180 was the price. 8 million.
Dark pool 4180 for 8 million. That was a beautiful breakout. We were actually
And
discussing
we
this.
also had one, two, three, four, five $50 calls on Lucid for 1119, and that totaled over 2 million in buyer volume, institution side.
All right.
So in other words, they're thinking that it's going to keep going.
Yeah. There's a big push around the 36. That was a really good support. It went boom. It had a beautiful breakout. We were actually talking about this in our workshop last Friday. And when we were talking about this, we were looking at this line right here. It's not overextended the Bollinger. It was just gonna hit it, and then it had a breakout on the 40. So that was a nice breakout, as you could see. Oh, there you go. 45 is the next leg up. Okay. I see the 50. Let me see the 50. Why they're doing 50. I see a 45. Oh, there's 50. Okay, horizontal line. Right there. 50 will fill the gap. That was the support before it went to its all-time high. So that makes sense. It's right here. It's gonna fill the gap when it hits 50. Okay, cool. So that will be a good resistance. Okay, I have, oops, sorry. Roku. Anything on Roku? Roku, I think, is ready to go. Um, as you guys know, it plummeted, so this is a really good bounce play. But give it like bounce play. Give it about a week. Um it might go back down, but I think this is a good entry price for Roku.
Yeah, when Roku was up at 285 at about noon or whatever it was, they had a dark pool come in for 49 million at the 280.72, which is why it dumped. There's zero other volume going into Roku right now.
Okay. So just watch this. Watch for a week. It's still, yeah.
It's so expensive to play, but because you remember I shorted Roku last month and killed it.
Yeah.
I would go out if I wanted to burn, if I had some cash to burn in general, but I don't trade Roku like that. I'd buy puts on it for a downward spiral long term because it's been coming down ever
Yeah.
since. I mean, look at the chart. Go back on Roku, look at the chart, and go back even, let's say, 6 months from now. So this past August, it was up to like 475-ish or whatever that looks like. And now it's down damn near $200.
Do you guys see the chart?
Okay, so look at that before you guys buy
Yep.
on a consistent level. Don't
Okay.
just buy it because it's going up or down today or tomorrow. Look at the chart and see the trend and then make your judgment.
See this one, guys? This is the support right there. This is a weekly chart. This is a weekly chart. Okay. Yeah, so 270 was the low on this one. 272 was the low. So let's see if get pick up at 272. Okay, bounce placement support 270, 271. Let's see. Yeah, or maybe that was it. What was the low? 275. So let's see. I don't know. This might 270. I don't feel good about this.
It's the same thing SPAC is saying in the group. It's long term bears. There's too many stream services out there.
Yeah.
So I mean, the value is going down. Every time another streamer comes up. Look at Fubu.
Yeah.
There's other services out there that are very competitive and cheaper.
We also have analysis here on that came out on November 4. Hold, buy, and one of the analysts says sell. And look at that selling one. Okay. 3 days ago, Benjamin Swinburne from Morgan Stanley confirmed sell. Okay, Pivotal Research, who cares? We don't know them. K Bank, who cares? All right, so all of these analysts, it looks like the Morgan Stanley is the one that has more money, and if they confirm sell, so that's scary. Cool. Yeah, so pay attention to Roku and see it is expensive. So see if you guys are gonna play that. But
Not to
so
say
if
you
you,
can't make money on any movement because we've all gotten paid off of Roku going
yes,
upside. But I'm just saying, long term, it looks bearish from the chart. But
yeah,
you can definitely make money on it going up. When it moves up hard, right?
yes, it's unstoppable.
Yeah. So you can't deny that.
It
Long
is.
term, it's just been going downtrend.
Yeah. Okay. The weekly is like shit. Look at this. Like boom, boom. Oh, All right. So I think we have a lot on our list, and what I would suggest for you guys to do is to go over this. I didn't even get over to chart requests and whatnot. Um, just go over our list and see what you guys can focus on, and then put it on your watch list, and just focus on one or two play, and be careful again. So we don't know what the market will bring, so we'll just adjust to it, right? And as always, BA hard pass. That thing makes no sense. No, BA is, yeah. BA is a hard play. Absolutely. Long term burst, very replaceable. That's true. Want to start off easy, understand better, in my opinion, say SPY. Okay, yes. So start with SPY, open your, I don't know if you guys can see, this is my chart, and I usually do 4 panels, and I have, well, I usually would have SPY here, the Qs, and UVXY. Okay. And I always do them in 15 minutes, because 10 to 15 minutes. That's because that's where when I'm trading swing trades, and then I'll just go back into my other charts and see if, let me go X this. So this helps me see the picture of SPY, SPY, the Qs, where are the Qs? Go. Um, UVXY and Amazon, because like I'm using Amazon now as an index. So okay, cool. That's what would be a good play, lots of volume plus ER. Okay. DDOG post ER. Okay. Question for the group. Did you guys want me to go live on say during the week for charts? Is that beneficial for you guys? Oh, I need to post the last week chart, but yeah. Is that helpful for you guys to me to go over some charts during market hours? Okay.
JJ says
Yeah,
yes.
Jay,
super useful.
were you there the last one? Or you
No, I was working.
just okay.
Yeah, I missed your class announcement.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was my son had a allergic reaction, so I was waiting for the doctors. I was waiting for, an appointment, and then kind of like, all right, I can do it now.
No, no
So, but
worries.
okay, cool. And this is actually like a pilot program that where I'm just trying to see how people like it, like the respond, and it looks like it's a positive one. So I'm gonna keep doing it during market hours or on Thursday. Okay, guys, have a great afternoon this week.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Thank you, Spock. Thank you. Thank you, JJ. Thank you,
Thanks,
Keith.
guys.